3, 2, 1.
Yo, what's up, truth seekers out there? We back with another episode of Raw Truth and Life Choices. And y'all, we got a special guest today, man. Mr. LRoc himself. He gonna drop y'all some good knowledge, some good nuggets today. And no matter where you at in life today, man, I hope you guys can pick up something this man gonna say today that can put you on the right trajectory. Is this your boy Troy?
It's your boy Stevie J.
Wes. LRoc. Speaking of life choices today, man, hey, LRoc, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us how you became the man you are today?
Well, I was gonna say something simple. I'm just me, but I grew up in a 2-parent home. My daddy wasn't shit, still ain't. I might say some things that, but I'm gonna tone it down because you and him. Out of respect. I grew up in a 2-parent home. Like I said, my daddy wasn't shit. Mm-hmm. My daddy was in the military. My mama, she was a psychologist.
Okay.
So I know I grew up with all the fundamentals of, of everything you can want and have as a kid. Mm-hmm. I had the pool in the backyard. Mm-hmm. I had the basketball court in the backyard. I used to cut grass all the time. I had dirt bikes. The neighbors, they hated me because I used to ride that dirt bike throughout the neighborhood. So I think the ambition of the hustle just came from life lessons of stuff that my mama told me that I can apply those things to this very day and I can apply them to my kids. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the philosophy never aged. Okay. All I can do is elevate it. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So what was some of them things that she told you?
For sure.
When you as you was young, that stuck with you, that you using now, that you teaching your kids, and that's you using now as a grown man?
Well, she said she always, told my aunt and my uncles and them, like, I ain't raising no lazy man. He ain't gonna be lazy. Mm-hmm. He ain't gonna be no punk. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I basically, it was just the life lessons is she always used to drop jewels on me, or different, whatever she told me, it applied to that.
Okay.
You ain't gonna be no Sam. She used to always say, he ain't gonna be no Sam. He ain't gonna be no Sam. And a Sam is a sorry ass man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Current.
I ain't never heard that.
That's old school right now.
Sam. Yeah, Sam. Okay. That's one for the book.
And like I had everything that I could want and need. Mm-hmm. But I still wanted my own.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Like your own.
Because my mom, she died at a younger age. She was 40.
Right.
And she died, but the things that she told me, like cleaning up, teaching me how to cook, teaching me how to properly clean, teaching me how to cook, teaching me how to balance a checkbook at such a young age. And she was like, you ain't gonna never need no woman for nothing but the obvious. But I ain't know what the obvious was
at the time.
Until I grew up.
Yeah.
Right. But when you young, you ain't think about no woman.
Yeah.
So I had a fairly, I ain't gonna say I had a great childhood because of the things that she did afforded me to do a lot of things. But I didn't want to just depend on my mama to give me this and do this and do this for me. So my uncle, I got like my mother's mother, she had 8 boys and 5 girls. Right. And my daddy's mother, she had 6 boys and 6 girls. And like I took something from all of them and combined it into one. you know what I'm saying, to make who I am today and what I have achieved for the day or through life. It really ain't nothing to me, because if you've been winning so long on a consistent basis, never get in the mind frame of thinking that it's gonna always be that. I don't never feel that I can't take a loss. But I always feel that I can never take a loss or something that's gonna break me, or I can't get back off that loss. Because a loss, some people use a loss as it'll bring you down. I use a loss as motivation, because I don't want that to happen again.
Sure.
You know, so.
Man, when I'm at work, what you guys probably don't know about me, I'm a hard worker. Like I get it done real quick. I'm an in and out type of guy. But once I start sitting down with Lamont, just one day out the blue, man, this guy captured my attention for that long that I didn't even load my truck yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. I like to get in, look at my paperwork, load my truck, and get out of there. You know what I'm saying? I like the BS after the work done. You know what I'm saying? But this morning, man, I sat down beside this guy, and he just without even thinking, he was just started telling me some of the things he was, just talking, just trying to tell me something, whatever he got going on for that day or whatever happened at that moment. And man, he captured me so much, man. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, but maybe this is the reason I'm here, so I can pick up some of these gems. You know what I'm saying? Because this man was dropping some of the things. Like, if you want to go into it, describe like one of your first wins for me. If I remember correctly, and you can correct me on this, man, but if I remember correctly, I think you said like one of your first big come-ups was when you were younger. You know what I'm saying? I think you said you might have been gambling or something. You want to go into that? Yeah. Go. Okay, take him in that story.
I had two uncles, and they was like, well, one, he was a big gambler. So whatever it was to gamble with, besides horses, he gambled when it comes to cards, skinning and shooting dice. Okay, dominoes.
CeeLo?
Yeah, CeeLo. Ace of Deuce, backgamble. You know what I'm saying? Checkers, chess, stuff like that.
You don't know about no checkers, boy.
He always tell me, you play checkers just to pass the time. You play checkers to make strategic moves.
Chess.
To do strategic moves on. If you cover the board enough, you can make moves to allow him to make moves where you can trap him. If you always 5 moves ahead of his one move, then he'll never win. So I was good at rolling dice because he used to always teach me that, man, I'm gonna show you how to roll these dices, but I'm gonna show you, you know what I'm saying, if you get it, then you will be a natural. I ain't gonna show you how to cheat. I'm gonna show you the good and the winning part of rolling dice, and you always gotta be honest about what you doing. Anything you do in life, you gotta be honest. If you feel that you gotta be deceptive and deceive people, then don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Even though if it's gonna pay off for you. In the end, you gonna get hit in the end because somebody gonna gamble and hustle you for way more than you lost. You gonna take a bigger loss. So I was sitting there and I was at this man's house and he was gambling. And I was gambling for probably about 12, 14 hours. You know what I'm saying? And we kept, because I said, I had them put in my mind, well, it's a go or I'm gonna bust. You know what I'm saying? I told myself that I want all this money at this table. Which I was used to just getting in and getting out. Well, if I get enough, if I always, you know what I'm saying, live for the double. Well, I done double my money, so I'm just gonna play it safe on whatever odd money I got. I'm just play that safe. If I lose that, then I still got, you know what I'm saying, I done double my money and I'm gonna get out of here. But when I gamble, I don't do no talking. You know, cause you can talk all day, and you can talk all day, but I ain't paying no attention to what you doing. I'm focused on this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So after I left from out there, man, I had about 70 grand.
God, boy, you scared them up.
And so I was like, man, but they still want. They said they still wanted to gamble. Everybody had to get some more money. That's an old trick. You don't let nobody
Try to get
leave the table then come back. Somebody going to get more money, come back, because they can make phone calls and set you up.
Okay.
Or
That's
they can
game.
come back with something.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying? I say, well, man, I'm gonna go out and stretch out in the car, man, till y'all get back. You know what I'm saying? So I sat in the car for about 15 minutes. So I say, well, I'm gonna do this smart. I was already parked on the incline. So what I did is I turned my key,
neutral.
but not my initial,
Yeah.
crank it up. I put it in neutral.
Roll.
And I fight the wheel and got it over and let it cruise down the street. You can crank your cars in neutral. I crunk it up.
Hit the gas.
I put it in drive and I went on around the corner and I left.
And burn rubber on it.
But had I stayed, then this story would have been different.
You'd have been licked.
Because they was like, man, somebody came there, they stuck us up at the table. So they was like, man, you ain't see nobody when you was outside? No, I ain't get a chance to see nobody. I left. I ain't feel funny of gambling and then we leave and come back. No, I said, man, that never sit right with me. So I left. I'm just cruising. I don't know what to do. I go home and I sit there and I just kept counting this money over and over. I turned all the bills the right way. I counted over and over. So it wasn't a Kodak camera that I had. I had a Polaroid.
Yeah, we remember them.
So I'm taking the Polaroid of this money, so I turned the camera, the thing around, and couldn't never quite get it because you got it, you know what I'm saying, push it on that side. And it didn't never get so then I put my hand in it like this, you know. So I leave and I was going and I seen this house for sale. So I was like,
Tell them how old you were around this time, Mark.
I was like,
LRoc.
I was like 18. I was like 18. So I said, man, I wonder what they want for this house. So I called the man on there and told him, you know, how much you want for this house. He told me, I'll meet you around there to the house, sir. I said, okay. So he come around to the house. When I got out of the car and he seen me, he started laughing. Cause he told me, he say, oh man, you a boy. You wasting my time, man. Where your dad at? Where your dad at?
He's 18 years old, you know you think.
And I said, my daddy. I told him I'm my own daddy. So I asked him, you know what I'm saying, what you want for the house? He said, man, I just don't like my time being wasted. And I said, I don't like to waste nobody's time. I said, we can either talk about this or, you know, leave it alone. So he took me in the house. And the house had furniture and stuff in it. I was like, I say, somebody live in here? He say, yeah, somebody live in here. He ain't paid me rent in 3 months. You buy this house, he got to go. So I say, how this stuff gonna get out of here? He say, man, I get some boys to come get this stuff and get it out of here. I said, oh, okay. So he looked at it, and he said, you know who I am? I was like, no. Who you is? And he was like, you know Miss America, Kimberly Aiken? I said, yeah. He said, I'm her daddy. I said, oh, okay. But what's going on with that? Man, I ain't
care nothing about none of that. Right. What's up with this house?
So he said, I do it for $40,000. So when he said he'll do it for 40,000, I was like, okay, I buy it from him. So he say, I don't take no checks. You know what I'm saying? What, you gotta go get your mama to sign something? Your mama gonna come and do the... I said, no. You got the title, ain't it? You got the deed? He said, yeah. So I said, okay. Went out there and I counted the money. And the whole time I was counting this money, this man was like this.
Surprised you got that money.
He just figured like, man, he gonna never stop pulling. But I had the money at $1,000 a stack on a rubber band. So I just kept throwing them until, and then I had a lot more, but he ain't need to see that.
Right.
So he counted the money up. It took him forever to count it. I said, it's all there, it's all there. So he left, and he went and got the paperwork, the deeds and all that. He came back. So I met this guy that do houses from just riding by, seeing him do somebody's house, and I was talking to him. But then he ended up being a friend of my uncle. So when I told him, you know what I'm saying, who I was, and then he was like, man, me and your uncle like this, man. Yeah, okay. So I said, all right. So I took him to the house. He looked at it. And when he told me he had the gut, I need to gut the whole house, I was like, okay, whatever you need to do, you know what I'm saying, do it. All right, now, I was in school because I was going for, I was in South Carolina State. So I was in school, and I was working for the Department of Transportation. Mm-hmm. So I come to the house, I think it was like 3 days, no, it was like 3 days later. Mm-hmm. 3 days later, and I opened the door, and man, when I tell you I opened the door, at that present time, I don't think that's the maddest I ever been. Mm-hmm. All I see is studs. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? No flow. Mm-hmm. You know, where it wasn't no kitchen flow and it wasn't no bathroom flow, but the house had hardwood all the way through. Mm-hmm. This man then gutted the whole house and took all the sheetrock out. All I see is spaces, holes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was like, boy, I'm gonna beat this man so bad. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know what to do. Mm-hmm. So I'm leaving, mad. I see him pass me in the truck. I done went over, then slung the whole car around. I go back there. As soon as I jump out, you know what I'm saying, to whip him, even though he had some workers with him. But the first thing I say, he say, yeah, man, I was gonna call you, man. You see what I did? I said, man, what you done did to the house, man? There ain't nothing in there. You done took everything out there. Ain't nothing in there.
For sure.
So then he said, you told me to gut it.
You ain't know what that mean.
I was like, man, what you mean gut it? What that mean? He said, gut it is to take everything out of it. We start with a whole new, fresh stuff. Oh. He said, man, you got them good hardwood floors. He said, man, the subfloors, everything good. He said, man, I had to tear up that kitchen floor because it was particle board underneath. And he said in that bathroom, it was particle board. He said in the bathroom upstairs, he said it was particle board on that. He said, man, when you get particle board wet, it'll get crunchy. And it give out. He said, man, it got to be plyboard on all them floors. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, let's go. Let's go get this stuff. So we went to get the stuff. It took about, I'm going to say about 4 months. About 4 months. You know, and I kept saying, I don't need to keep coming over here. The more I stay away from here, you know, it'll keep going. Mm-hmm. But that still give me time to make some more money. Mm-hmm. But at the time, I had a Monte Carlo and I had a Cutlass. Mm-hmm. It was fast for what I had, but I needed to be faster because if I'm faster, I can bet more money. Mm-hmm. So while he doing that, I was like, I might win a race, lose a race, win a race, lose a race. Win one, lose. So my uncle told me, he said, man, you ain't gonna never win nothing by losing. Winning every other race, you ain't making no money. Mm-hmm. You just barely breaking even, and you in the way. You in your own way. He said, man, get that thing built right and do this. Did both of them. Now I'm sitting there like, I need some card games, but I need some more card games like what I had. Mm-hmm. So I was getting in little card games here while I was waiting. You know what I'm saying? Get my check, say that, do this. You know, then I took it upon myself. And when I got one car was ready, he tested, we was ready. And I think the most money that I had betted was like $2,000. Mm-hmm. So I jumped
on a race.
Yeah, on a race. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I got $5,000. I want to run. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's get this money. Okay, so when they jumped out there, I got to the line and there was that much money on the line because I never betted that much money. So I was nervous. And the thing is, I don't get nervous. Mm-hmm. Mm. So I was like, man. My uncle told me, he say, man, you got to drive this thing. He said, man, if you spin,
cook.
It's over. You might as well just go ahead and hand the money over for free. Mm-hmm. So I was like, man, I can't lose. And he say, man, why you nervous? Why you scared? Mm-hmm. I said, I ain't scared. I ain't never scared. I say, man, but I feel that my stomach was in a knot and my heart was beating like it ain't never beat before. Mm-hmm. So we get up there. I looked at the dude. He say, when he did that with the thumbs down, it's like something to say. It got me mad, but I was like, oh, man, if I lose, man, he can't beat me in fighting. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I took it in my mind. Like he beat me out my money, and if he talk junk that he didn't beat me, I'm gonna beat him.
I know that's right.
So you know what I'm saying? Take my money and just go head on. If you talk about it, then I'm gonna punish you. So we sit there and line up. Had a dude in the middle. Y'all ready? He said, man, when I come down, but the jewel my uncle gave me, he said, that dude right there is gonna bend his knees. He gonna bend his knees and then he gonna drop his hands. You catch him when he bending them knees, cause he going all the way with it like this. Mm-hmm. He said, as soon as he bending them knees and he come to a bend, he say, man, get it. He said, don't you nail that thing to the floor because it's going to spin. And you ain't going to win that. He say, this have enough where it's going to take off without spinning. He said, when you do that, then give it what you got to give it. And I won.
5,000 that day.
And I say, I come back up there, everybody like, oh, L, you got him. The dude say, man, we can run again. But I run for 10.
You just won 10.
So I'm thinking like, this dude desperate. He want to save face. For you to take all my money, then I got to take all your money. Mm-hmm. But to come to find out, like he had a whole bunch of partners with him. Everybody went over there and they huddled up in the crowd. I got 10. But they huddle up in the crowd, but everybody coming out their pocket. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That whole circle, they put money together to come up with the 10. Mm-hmm. So I tell my uncle, man, what you gonna do? He said, man, I got $2,500 I'm gonna put on it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and put this 3 on it. Anybody gonna cover this bet? He said, I got 3. Anybody trying to cover the bet? It was like, yeah. So he got the bet covered. I had the 10. And I think I had like $1,000 more. And I was like, man, I said, him. I tossed him $1,000. I said, man, bet that. He said, I got another 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Who want to do something? Okay, good. So then he told me, he said, now this is what I need you to do. He said, I need you to do the same thing that you did before. But when you get a lead on him, I need you to back off a little bit. But don't back off. Just make this race close. What? Man, you know. He say, you gotta go fishing. Man, I ain't got no time to do no fishing, man. I don't want to do no fishing. We racing. What you talking about? He say, fishing, man.
I understand what you're doing.
Throw your pole in the water.
I understand what
He
you're
say,
doing.
Bait 'em.
when you bait it, and when the fish nibble on it, as soon as the fish get it, you snatch it. When you snatch it, you don't put that hook in his mouth. And you willing him in. You willing him in. And he say, that's what you got to do. Because you got to make him think that
He can get
beat you. He can almost, if it wasn't for this, he would have had you. So I said, okay. I guess. Man, well, we took off. But I had spent a little bit. And I said,
Hold on, man. Hold on. I mean, how much on the line? You got a 10,000 bet and you got 4,000 in side bets?
yeah.
That's what's going on?
Yeah.
10,000 your bet, but 4,000 in side bet.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Spend.
And then I spent a little bit. When I spent a little bit, I seen my uncle over here to my left, and he just did like this. But we going down, and it's like this. He got me. So I let off the gas, and then I just stumped it to the floor. And that thing started hollering. And then we was like neck and neck. And then came through like this.
Woo. You beat him by
And then he was like, boy, you drove that. Boy, you drove that.
Unc?
Yeah. He said, I ain't know what you was doing. You know what I'm saying? He said, I ain't know what you was doing. I was like, this boy done messed up his money. All this money, he done messed it up. And I was like, I didn't tell him until like months later. He said, boy, you did everything I told you to do. Yeah, you scared me. Boy, you scared me. You did everything you told me. And I said, now I might as well go ahead and tell you the truth about this. I said, man, I gave that thing too much gas. And I spent. He said, yeah, man, when you came out of that hole, you spent. I was like, no, I wanted you to be in front of him and then back off and let him come. But when you get to the line, you know what I'm saying, you let him feel like. He say, man, I heard that thing chopped and I heard that thing start hollering. I said, man, I got off the gas and I just stumped it to the floor. You know what I'm saying? So I won that. So my other car, it was fast, but I figured like, I don't really want to race this because I'm going to just race this Cutlass. And man, I started racking up some money. And then an old man had told me about, man, you want to go to auction with me? I was like, nah, I don't go to no auction. He said, man, we go to the car auction. I said, nah. So I told him that I was going to get a table at the flea market because I hadn't accumulated a whole bunch of stuff from buying stuff from people. And he said, man, flea market table ain't gonna pay you. He said, man, you better go out here and find some cars. I ain't finding no cars, man. I ain't even with that. So I took that and I started going to the auction. I started buying cars. I was racing cars. And then I was like, this is my first house. So I gotta lay this house out. It's gotta be right. So at that time, 60-inch, the big screen TV was the biggest TVs you can buy. So I went to the store and I got 4 of them. The man he said, man, what you do for a living? So I pull out my little, because I used to keep my little DOT cards in my pocket. So I gave it to him. He said, see, the engineer part, they used to get them because I was a residential maintenance engineer. Oh. And the engineer part used to get everybody. Oh, the boy engineer, that boy, So it was like, my mom always say, you gotta get your credit right. You gotta get your credit right. So she started telling me about doing stuff to build my credit. Credit, it's gonna come to a point that money ain't gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? This with that credit, what you got to establish. You can have all the money you want, but it's about that credit. Because you get your credit good enough, then money is obsolete. You ain't never got to worry about no money, only when it comes to the payments. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I don't care nothing about no credit. You know what I'm saying? I want to pay for everything. I got cash. I don't care about no credit. At this present time, I got 1 house and I got 8 cars.
How old are you? If you remember.
I'm 19.
God damn,
Good. Yes, boy, you good.
So I started telling my coworkers. He was like, man, I gotta pay this and I gotta pay this and I gotta make that car payment, boy, that light bill. So that's all they did was complain about bills and life. And he was like, man, you don't never be saying nothing about that. I said, man, because I don't got them kind of problems. Why should I? We ain't the same. Right. Why should I talk to you about? I can't tell you nothing about. I ain't got the money to pay my bills. I do. I ain't living paycheck to paycheck. And then I told him, I said, as a matter of fact, man, I don't even spend my paycheck. I said, man, I get my money out here off the land. You know what I'm saying? Just like if I'm going out to hunt. If you don't hunt, you don't eat. So I go out there and hunt so I can eat. But I eat enough where I ain't got to worry about touching this. And then that's when I came up with the concept is you just can't have one hustle. You can't just do one thing and be successful in life. Even if you're a lawyer, you're a liar. Because that's what you do for a living. The law can be on your side, but you can manipulate the law. Yep. It's about the presentation that you present and provide for whoever listening and how you gonna get this across. If you get everybody going along with what you putting out, then that's half of the battle is won. You gotta let the people put in the rest. So I was just always built on being straight up with people, being honest with people. Cause I don't want nobody to lie to me and try to beat me out my money and say this and say that. But I've been doing this for so long till I can have a conversation with you in 5 minutes of talking to you. I can basically see, you know what I'm saying, where I'm at with you or what kind of individual you are. Because it's like either I'm trying to get something out of you or you trying to get something out of me. You know what I'm saying? And I always say, you can't sell me BS because I know the prices.
Dang, I ain't heard that one yet.
You know what I'm saying? So
I ain't heard that one yet.
One of the most powerful words in the English language is no.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I never drunk alcohol in my life. I never did drugs. I never smoked cigarettes. I'm talking about I never caved to any kind of peer pressure. Because I can tell you no, and I can leave.
For sure.
I ain't got to do nothing that I don't want to do. If it's something that I was into it, I did it, it's because I wanted to do it. Not that somebody talked me into it.
Right.
So it came in me, and I said, my uncle he said, "Now, boy, you ain't gonna be a broke one. You gonna have something in life. You gonna be something in life." So I told him, "Man, this football, I'm gonna run this ball." But that ball, that dream of being in the NFL and all that, because I went to school on a full scholarship. You know what I'm saying? I was number 2 in the state of South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? But they put a white dude, quarterback, in front of me. And the only reason why they put him in front of me because he was white. So I was already feeling some type of way. Like, my daddy, you ain't in my life, but you showing up to all these games. You talking to all these reporters. Oh yeah, man, that's my son. I taught my son this. I showed my son this. Oh yeah, that's my son. Yeah. So he mess around, and I don't know if y'all remember this man that worked for WIS called Joe Penner. They used to call him Mr. Nosey. He did a sit down with him, and he told him that I was his golden ticket. I was gonna take care of him.
That's why he was coming around.
For his life. And I said,
It's crazy.
man, this man ain't never did nothing for me.
Right.
Only thing he taught me how to do is not be like him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I ain't have no kids then, but I said, if I had kids, I'm gonna be in my kids' life. I'm gonna provide for them. I'm gonna show them the way. I'm gonna give them the absolute best of me, bar none. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
If me and the mama don't get along or whatever, I laid down with you. We made this kid together. We gonna do this. I might not do it with you, but I'm gonna do it with this baby. Because
Facts.
she ain't asked to be here. I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna do it, because if I don't, then I'm not breaking the cycle, I'm not breaking the chain, and I'm just following it, and I'm being just like my daddy.
Yep.
A loser.
Sam.
I don't never want my
That's
girls.
Sam.
Yeah, Sam. I don't never want my girls to look down on me and say, my dad ain't shit.
No, that's right, man.
And I can honestly say that my dad ain't shit. To himself, he might be something. But to me, he just a man that assisted with making me. But I'm not like him. But he a Capricorn just like me. My birthday January the 1st. His birthday January the 19th. You know what I'm saying? He had another son, which I don't like to say step brother or half brother.
Right.
Because you know what I'm saying, I got a functioning relationship with him. But me and him, we share a lot of the same views, so we alike. He just weak for women. You know what I'm saying? You can't love them all, man. You can't
get them all either.
Yeah, you can't get them all. You can't love them all. And you can't chase. Because you would get replaced. So I was just like, I'm going to tell you how I put myself in a situation to get my second house.
Here we go. Talk to her.
Now I get the second house, and I say, well, this second house, I got to make it better than the first one. But the first one is dear to me because that's my baby. To this day, I still got that house.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I ain't letting that go. So I get my second house. Now, my mama had died. So I figured that I need to put my house in somebody's name because, you know what I'm saying, I'm like getting this money. So I need to put it in my daddy's name. I put it in my daddy's name.
Bruh.
I fixed the house up, good it out, added on to it. So I bought a brand new Suburban. It's like I always had a motorcycle. So I had a brand new motorcycle and I had a BMW. All that sitting in the garage, and I had 2 little hoopties. That's why I kept at the house. I kept the hoopties in the backyard because I used to just put them around and whatever I'm driving to work. I ain't never drove that other stuff to work, you know, because my daddy asked me. He said, "Hey," he said, "Man, I need $5,000." I started laughing in his face. I said, $5,000? Man, I ain't giving you no $5,000. I said, I got $500 that you can have. And you ain't got to worry about paying it back, but I ain't giving you no $5,000. He said, man, I need $5,000. I got something I need to do. Me and Betty, I got something I need to do. I said, well, I ain't got nothing to do with what you and Betty got to do.
Betty got to
It ain't got nothing to do with me. He said, oh, okay. So that's how you gonna that's how you gonna be? Yeah. Then he already said that you was my golden ticket and you cheated me out of that. But on that part, I can tell you another story. All this.
All right.
I said, no. Man, I ain't doing that. He said, okay. So I'm at home, chilling, laid back. Somebody on my door. Boom, 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 boom. This was like weeks later. Somebody on the door, beating on the door. And I'm like, man, they must be done lost their mind beating on my door like this. So I come to the door, I don't even look at the peephole. I had like a peephole, but I had this little thing that you pull open like this,
yeah.
and I can see their face, but it's a piece of glass right here, and I had a piece of tint put on it. So I open the thing, and I see the police. So I shut it back. Open the door. What's up? He was like, he said, yeah, it's such and such here. I said, no, such and such ain't here. Why, what's up? He said, you know when he'll be back? I said, man, I don't know when he'll be back. What's up? So he was like, well, we need to talk to him now. I said, man, I don't know what you need to talk to him for. So I shut the door in his face. Wow. So I went and sat back in the recliner. And then I looked back out the window, they was still out there. So, man, I was like, I don't want my neighbors to be thinking that, you know what I'm saying, there's something going on.
Yeah.
So, my uncle told me, he said, man, you better, that other house, you better rent it. I say, rent it what? He said, man, rent it, I'll get you some money. You just got the house sitting there. I said, man, I go by there every day. I got cars there, I cut the grass, you know what I'm saying? I'm in, you can't live in 2 places. Yeah, I can. He said, man, you better let that make you some money. I said, man, what I'm gonna do with all my stuff? Because all the stuff in here brand new. I ain't taking nothing from over there. He was like, man, you better let that house make you some money, man, whatever. So I tell the police, man, who you say you looking for? He told me my name again. I said, yeah, that's me. He walked up, went in his back pocket. He said, here, hold this for a second. He had a clipboard. When he went in his back pocket, he gave me this envelope. He said, hold this for a second. So he started flipping through the clipboard. Then he flipped through it. He let it go back down. He said, yeah, you been served.
Oh, I
said,
got you.
Served what?
His dad done set him up.
I opened it up. I said, hey, man, this wrong. Eviction notice. What you talking about? Eviction notice. What you talking about? Eviction notice, man. This is my house. How I'm be evicted out of my own house? He say, don't worry about it. The owner on his way. I say, the owner here. What you mean the owner on his way? I'm here. So he started talking. He started talking. Next thing I know, I see my daddy car pull up. The lady Betty got out, but she stayed right there by the hood. My daddy pulled up on the street and he walking. And he say, yeah, it's the owner right there. I say, hey, man, what these police give me this for, man? What's going on? He talking about, man, you better do what them people say, man. Don't you can get out of line with them people. I say, man, these people just gave me an eviction notice. How can you evict me from my house? This is my house. I own this. I don't pay no mortgage. I don't pay no rent.
Oh my
What
God.
is you talking about? He said, that's my house. So I said,
I would have beat.
I said, oh,
Okay.
oh, that's how we doing it?
Yeah, it's wild, dude.
Went upstairs, got that thing, and I was coming back down, but I was like, where the police I wait till they leave. Boy, when they leave, I'm gonna show out. But they wouldn't go nowhere.
Dang.
So, man, I had them. Went in my little safe, gathered up all my money, had my little jewelry, gathered that up. And I say, man, I'm about to roll. The Suburban and the BMW was in my daddy's name. Oh. So I crank up the Suburban and raise the garage. I say, man, you something else. He say, that's my truck too. That's my truck too. It's in my name. And the cop said, hey, you can't go nowhere in this truck. You know what I'm saying? This in his name. This his truck. So I said, man, you gonna do it like that? So I went to go at him, and the police say, you put your hands on him, you touch him, you going to jail, and this and this and that. I said, boy, he ain't worth going to jail.
That's foul, boy.
I go and I get ready to get in the BMW. He said, that's mine too. That's in my name too. And the police told me, you ain't going nowhere in that. So the only thing that I had was the 2 cars in the backyard, and I went driving that. Them was in my name, and the motorcycle was. So I crunked the motorcycle up, put my stuff in the book bag, and I rode off. But I told him, I said, man, you sorry. I ain't never took that from you, and I ain't never asked you for that.
Dang, boy.
But you gonna do this? I said, man, it ain't gonna go good for you. I leave and I go over to my uncle's house. Tell my uncle what's going on. So he started making phone calls. Man, come on over here. So they over there, and I sit there and I tell them all what's going on. Everybody ready to tell them to take through them. So the stuff that they say they was gonna do to him, I was like, man, that's my dad at the end of the day. Look at you. Dang. Daddy living.
Daddy don't do nothing like that, right? They don't do that.
I wouldn't give him that.
I said, man, I don't. Oh Lord, they gonna do this man dirty. And I said, man, let me handle that. So my uncle said, man, it's an OG call. We gonna handle that. I said, no, let me handle that. I don't wanna never put y'all in a situation to lose.
Yeah.
I'm always put you in a situation to win. And my uncle said, he said, boy, you better get out of my head. And that's what I told you.
Yeah. Wow.
He said, man, don't make it hard. Think smart.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, I lost my house.
Man.
He took it. He took the cars. And I got my clothes and my sneakers and stuff, and I just left all the furniture in the house. And I kept telling him, man, how you gonna do that, man? And the man ended up losing my house because he wouldn't pay the property taxes on it.
Mm-hmm.
And they took it. I'm talking about, boy, I was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back to my other house, and I told my uncle, well, I'm glad I didn't rent it out to nobody because
You'd have been
you know
short.
what I'm saying, that I would have been homeless.
Mm-hmm.
I can't let this man break me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on a mission to just stay up. And I was putting my irons in fire, putting fire right this. And then I was like, I got all these ways to get some money. I know how to get some money. I just gotta apply myself to getting this money and keeping it. Okay, so the people that live next door to where I lived at,
The new house or the second?
The first
the
house.
second house.
The second house, okay.
They moved out.
Mm-hmm.
So I was eating myself up because I always when I'm driving, my mind goes to when I say I'm going home, my mind goes to there.
Mm.
That was home. And I'm going over there, I was like, oh man, when I'm going over there. And I look, oh man, it got my yard edge, they ain't got my grass cut right, man. Come on, man.
So your pop still living there?
No, he lost the house.
Okay.
From
You
the taxes.
said that, yeah.
But I didn't know that he lost the house from the taxes.
Right.
My aunt, his sister, she told me, yeah, your daddy over here, him and Betty, they can't stay here. And I was like, what he over there for?
He got his own house. He took it from me.
Yeah. I said, what else? I said, man, your brother ain't nothing. Your brother a dirty nigga. He ain't nothing.
That boy capital S Sam, boy.
So
Capital S.
she said, well, I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's between you and your dad. I say,
Come on.
yeah, you'll have something to do with it if your brother end up missing. So she said, don't talk that crazy, don't take that crazy talk to me. Let me go get it. So she come back out the house. She got her oil. She throwing her oil on me. So I was like, oh, what
you down.
you doing? Right. Come here, let me wipe you down. Let me put some hands on you. You talking like that. I said, man, I should have let my uncles do it me. I should have let them do it me.
Hey, Mark, this your uncles on your mama's side?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
got
so,
you.
yeah, you know they gonna do something too.
I realize that.
So I goes over there when I find out that he ain't got the house no more. Okay, let me go over here and see what's going on. I go down there, somebody else done bought the house. I went to the people and knocked on the door and told them, hey, this is the second house that I own. I lost this house because of my daddy. He took it from me. And I said, I'm willing to pay y'all whatever y'all pay for this house, plus I throw an extra $10,000 on it. The man told me, no, we're happy here. So I was like, happy? I was like,
Because he designed it. He designed that thing. That thing was nice.
I said, man, listen, all that stuff in there, man, I put all that stuff in there, man. You know what I'm saying? I went through there. So then I looked over. It was somebody came from Century 21. He was beating the
Thing in the
ground.
the stake in the ground.
So when he kept beating, I'm trying to talk to the man wasn't really listening to me, so I kept looking back. You know what I'm saying? I kept looking back. So I say, I got a plan. How about I buy this house next door, fix it up, and then offer it to them?
You really wanted this house?
Yeah, and
Wow.
then I can get my house back.
Wow.
I didn't tell him that.
Yeah.
Cause he kept telling me, no, this is my family. We done made home here. We from Tennessee and all that. So I get the house and I made sure that I didn't go over there. And they redoing the house. You know what I'm saying? I changing the color on it and all that. So the man say, you got that deck back there. He said, man, I can catch it from that living room. Take that screen, that door down, that glass door. He said, man, I can build that deck in it, you know what I'm saying, make you a little den, you know.
Your uncle partner.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I told him, I say, nah, I don't want to do that. Because I was like, well, this house is going to, in my mind, this house is going to be for them people. So
Yeah.
I don't want to put all that money in there. So I go over there, and I told the dude, knock on the door. The man say, you back? And I look at the garage door. The garage door had a dent in it. So I say, man, these people know.
It did their house, so he mad at them. Their house.
Boy, these people that did my garage door. Boy, that's a double insulated garage door. Man, ain't nobody getting that. So I was like, calm down, I'm gonna talk to these people. So I went over there and I told him, I said, sir, I got a good deal for you. I got the chance of a lifetime. He said, young man, I do not want to sell her. I said, hey, this house right here, I own this house right here. I say, they done redid this house and, you know, we all good. I would pay some movers to move your stuff from out of this house and put there, and I'll give you the deeds and title to it, and it'll be yours. I just want my house back. He told me no.
He still told you no after all that.
Yeah. And I said, and on top of that, I give you some money also. So I told him I'd give him some cash. He said no. I said, okay. I never moved in the house. I started renting the house. So when I started renting the house, I was like, well, I get money off of that. And I was like, man, I might just sell this house because I don't want to keep it. These people don't want it. So the lady called me and she said, you need to come out here and look at the house because the house next door caught on fire and it melted the vital siding on the side of the house.
The one you built.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I say, what? She said, yeah. I say, I'm on the way out there. I get out there. The house is on fire.
Oh man.
How did it catch fire?
The son was called himself in there because the mama and the daddy worked at night shift.
Oh man.
Son, he was like 16.
He old. He got some sense.
He called himself frying chicken.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? 12 o'clock at night and fell asleep
Oh God.
in the kitchen. Woof, went up. Then the rest of the house. Luckily, he got the sister smelled it from the fire alarms was going off. So she come downstairs, she get him, they get out of the house. But the house is like engulfed. It's burning. The heat was so hot on the house that it melted the vital siding off of my house, curled it all up.
Dang.
So the fire people had to spray water, you know what I'm saying, on the side of the house. So I get out there, and the man ain't even had no insurance on the house.
Oh man. No.
And I still was willing to get the house.
Had to caught on fire?
Yeah. But I was like, you know what I'm saying, you gotta totally rebuild. He ain't had no insurance on it, and then like he didn't pay the taxes. So I go down there to pay the taxes on the other house, which the insurance company they put the vital siding back over there and all that. So I go down there to pay the things, but I gave them my address that was next door in it. And she said, well, you ain't paid your taxes in 2 years.
Huh?
She said, this house gonna go up for auction. I say, what? And she said, she showed me the paper, and I looked at the address. I say, no, it's the address next door. So I give her the other address, and I said, oh. So she said, if you pay these taxes, you can wait a year. If nobody don't come pay the taxes in full and get it, then you can get it. I said, okay. So I went and I paid the taxes. And I waited. And then I go around, it's the next year to pay the tax on the house, and they tell me they never been paid, so it's yours. So I was like, what I'm gonna do with this burn up? So I was like still paying the taxes on it. And then the city, they was like, hey, they was contacting me, telling me what you gonna do about this house. What you mean what I'm gonna do about it? Yeah, I'm gonna do something with it. But I was just putting it on the back burner. And I go there to go get some rent money from next door, and I don't see nothing there.
Oh.
They done tore everything down and then took the stuff off. And all I can say is, well, it ain't cost me nothing. They tore it down and, okay, cool. But my homeboy, he was like, man, I kept telling you, man, you could have rebuilt the house. You could have did the house, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a brick house. You know what I'm saying? The house was just gutted out and burnt. I was like, well, they didn't tore it down now, so I ain't worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I went from that, and then I say, well, I'm going to build a house to go there. So I just built the same house back again, but I said that I don't even want to live in it. So this is my third property.
Mm-hmm.
So my homeboy, he say, boy, I got the list. I say, what list? He said, all the people that ain't paid their taxes, I got the list before they print it in, they gonna start printing them in the newspaper. So I was like, what? He said, yeah. So I look. I went and paid the taxes on about 7 houses.
How much was the taxes on average?
They was like 2,200, 900. You know what I'm saying?
So somebody, not to cut you off.
Yeah, no, you
so
go
if
right.
somebody don't pay the taxes on their house, another person can come pay the tax and they own it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you gonna have to wait a whole year.
Wait a year, okay.
You wait a year. If it go down to that very day, that next day, and then taxes wasn't paid, that's yours.
What if they come pay it? Do they give you your money back?
Yeah, you get your money back, and then they gotta pay like a 20-cent fee.
20%?
Yeah,
Person?
20% fee. You know what I'm saying? To you. For like you'll get a little interest off of it because your money being held
For
up.
you. For you.
So
Hold on. So just to be clear, the truth seekers, this man dropping y'all another nugget, y'all. So look, you look up these tax sales on people's houses. If they ain't paying their houses, if you want a quick house or two, you go out there and pay the sales tax on their house, the property tax on their house, because they ain't paying it. If you pay it, they give you about a year for the original owners to come pay their property tax, to pay their property tax. If they don't pay it, that property is now yours.
For a year.
You got, and it's a year time. So pick these nuggets up, y'all. Don't be lazy. If you want properties out here, he giving y'all some good game. Go take it back.
So once you gain ownership of this house, the first thing you need to do is just go out there and look at it. And if there's a whole bunch of kids in that neighborhood, then they're gonna destroy their house. So the best thing you can do when you take ownership is you clean it out. You get somebody to go clean it out. And I ain't talking about taking all the sheetrock off the wall and there. I'm talking about anything that's in the house, you get it out of there.
Like furniture and the like.
All the trash, you get you a big dumpster and you get you some men and you let them clean that house out. And then if you ain't gonna start on it right then and there or do something, board it up. You get you some boards and you get them windows and you get them doors, all the entryways, you board it up. So once you board it up, it's at your leisure of what you want to do, because the county can't come at you and the city can't come at you with no ordinance of saying that this property is a nuisance to the area and it's bringing down the community because you got it secure and it's boarded up. Can't nobody get in it. You know how squatters and crackheads, they go in there and the first thing they try to go in there and steal whatever copper you got. They'll go up under there and gut the whole house. You know what I'm saying? They'll take all the copper out of it.
Right.
Dang,
You know what I'm saying? And if you got people who got houses, but they send other people out to go get stuff,
for their house.
Take them windows out. Get them doors. They got good doors in there. Get them out there. Get that sink. Pry that up. They take all that stuff.
Oh wait,
steal you. They'll gut you. You know what I'm saying?
Things like that.
And all it's gonna do is it's gonna cost you more money in the long run. So when you secure that house, then you ain't got to worry about that.
Okay, the price when you secure the house, how much would that be to secure the house, just to board it up? How much? It's just your basic price on just by doing it. Is like the size of the house, or give me an estimate like the that price range of just securing the house once you get it like that.
Probably about for you paying the workers to clean it out. The stuff that's gonna be the most for you is probably gonna be the boards now.
Okay.
Because you're gonna need ply boards. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're gonna need ply boards and wood coats. Mm-hmm. You get enough sheets where you can cut them. Mm-hmm. You can cut them and they put them up. All they gonna do is put 6. They gonna put 6, 8. They gonna put 8 screws in. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's secured. You might some people might put plastic over the one and then go with the board. You know, so that's probably gonna be about $1,800.
Okay.
But that's still cheap, you guys, compared to buying a whole house. You know what I'm saying? From scratch. All you doing is paying their property tax and then dropping another 18, like you're saying, to secure the house. The house still yours and nobody compare. So y'all take some notes.
See, and I'm gonna tell you, don't be no slumlord, and don't cut no corners, don't do no shady stuff. Whatever you do, you gotta look at it like, you know what I'm saying. If you was renting this house, or you was gonna be living in it, or your family was gonna occupy it, so you know what I'm saying. It's steps to how you can do a house. You can do a house on like this. You can come up to medium and do the house, or you can just go top of the line with it. Mm-hmm. Most people go top of the line, they living in that house. And they ain't going nowhere.
Right.
Most people that do middle ways, they either gonna rent it or they gonna live in it for a while and then end up selling it. Mm-hmm. Most people who do the bare minimum, just enough to get by, they're just somebody that's trying to rush and flip and turn money. If you rushing to flip and turn money, then you ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. You just trying to get back so you can do something.
Okay.
You should already be empowered enough to live a lifestyle of your own without living a lifestyle off of somebody else's back.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Hey, LRoc, what you think? Like, so for those people that's, because I like the way you broke down the 3 different types of tiers of houses. But even somebody that's trying to rent out at the middle level, can you like tell us like some of the things we might want to look for if we want to become a landlord? You told us not to be a slumdog or a slumlord. How do we become a good landlord and also look for good tenants? Like, what are the qualities of a good tenant?
Now, you get you a military family. You renting them. Never, ever take it upon yourself to rent through Section 8.
Okay.
Because whatever progress you made in that house, they don't care.
Right.
They're going to tear it up.
I would have thought that was easy money. Because the government's going to pay you.
You'll think it's easy money because you figure that when they give you that check and you get that money, but they don't know that
You're missing that stuff.
Come every month. That money is every quarter.
For Section 8.
Yeah.
Giving game, y'all. Giving game. I didn't know that.
Because if you sit there thinking,
I'm trying to tell you. Y'all pay attention.
Yeah, I'm going to rent this out, but, come this month right here. And you sit there, I ain't got no check. Hey, what's up?
Right.
Where my money at? What's going on?
Every quarter.
I need to throw somebody out. What's happening? Y'all ain't doing. It's like, no, you'll get it next month. Next month? What about the other 2 months?
Yeah.
They said, no, we pay every quarter.
Oh man.
So I'm thinking it was giving me that 3 months up front.
Oh, the first check you got.
And I say, I'm telling my boy,
yeah,
this the way to
this
go.
the win. This the win.
Section 8, boy, you gonna eat. You gonna eat.
Yeah.
And I told him, no, don't do it. Don't do it. I already got the people. I say, man,
Get him
you
out of
better
there.
get out of there. You better get out of that contract. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen.
How long you stuck in the comp? I don't know how long.
But I did it from year to year.
Okay.
Yeah, but they'll try to lock in for something like 2 years.
Okay.
You know, if you doing stuff under the table, you like, hey, look. So Section 8, they paying $1,000, but I'm renting this house for $1,200.
You can do that? I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I didn't know you had the ability to.
Look, you give me $200. You ain't gonna be in here. They only paying $1,000, but it's $1,200. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Never.
Got you.
Mix business with pleasure.
I'm trying to tell you.
Don't never. You know what I'm saying? Don't never get in nothing that you gonna cave to or you gonna cave into. You gotta always be strong and you gotta be straight. When them people call you, tell you something wrong with their house, and you gotta have your people and they gotta get on it immediately, ASAP. Not no, I get somebody out there in 2 days. I get somebody out there in 3 days.
Same day. Next day.
No. If it's today, depends on what time you call me.
Right.
If they ain't out there today, they'll be out there tomorrow. You ain't gotta worry about that.
Facts.
But
Good business, right?
Yeah, very good business.
You gotta do scouting and screening for people. But one thing I know about the military families,
They gonna pay.
it's good for me. It's gonna pay.
What's
For sure.
They don't have to pay that because they gonna pay. And
so the government pay you?
yeah, you get.
A stipend, I think they get.
It's good if it's a house and they got older kids or they got kids that's disciplined. Now, you got somebody in there and them kids that's running wild and doing whatever. Oh, you going downhill. Whatever you done save, you gonna have to put that in there when they leave to get it back over. Cause the only thing you can do to them is like, nah, I don't feel comfortable renewing their lease.
Can't you sue them for the damages?
Yeah, but you got to take them to small claims court.
Which is more
Most you
money.
can get out of them is $5,000, but that ain't guaranteed that you're gonna get that money because they don't have to pay, and all there's gonna be is a judgment against them. You know what I'm saying? How they be like, well, they'll take your taxes.
Got you.
Eventually, that might happen. That might be 6-7 years down the line.
You still hurt.
Still got a house there.
Yeah, you still stuck.
Yeah.
You know.
Man, let me throw another curveball at you, man. You told me even at work, and you even said it in the podcast, which I love, man. You said your uncle. I think you said your uncle. Please correct me. You just yourself always had the mindset to double and get out. So that's your ratio. Like make double your money, and then from there you can get out, or you keep going. And you said it to me at work as well. So when it come down to like renting properties out, like what's your ratio? Like I'm saying, if the house, you tend to pray for your house all the way out, and then you rent them out. But if somebody would just we ain't balling that like that, yeah, we just starting out. We got a house, and let's say the mortgage might be $1,000 for me to pay as the owner. How much should I rent it out so I can know? I mean, what's the ratio there for somebody that's trying to get into this game? My question makes sense?
No.
If the mortgage is $1,000, how much should I rent it out to my tenant so that I'm making profit?
It depends on the neighborhood and how good the house is.
Okay.
Location is always key.
Yeah.
Okay.
Location.
In the hood, you ain't finna get a lot of money.
No.
For sure.
You can't have the best house on the street. You gotta have people that their house gotta be nice going down the line too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause it's certain streets and certain neighborhoods that you turn down on, and you be like, oh Lord, look at this, look at this.
Yeah.
But then there's some streets like, oh yeah, these older people right here. Oh, these people been here for a long time. These people take care of the house. You can look at the grass.
Yeah.
You can look, you know what I'm saying? You can look at what's in the yard.
Yeah.
It's always the outside of the house, but this ain't necessarily true. The outside of the house don't necessarily reflects the inside of the house. Because the inside of your house can be trash, but the outside of your house can look great. But the outside of your house can look trash, but the inside can look great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's got to be some consistency on that street.
Okay.
I got you.
But if you ever buy a house that's on the corner, you get more land on the corner.
Right.
And the house is exposed all 4 angles. Everybody want a house where you can put a privacy fence up or you ride
Never
past
thought
the
about
house.
that.
You ride past the house, and nobody can't see in your backyard. Because that's where you get the most privacy from, your backyard or garage. Most people today, how they do their garage, they park their cars outside, and they garage is full up with stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
They ain't throwing nothing away. They just put it in the
Putting
garage,
all-
put it in the
yeah.
garage, put it in the garage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You getting new stuff, but you ain't getting rid of the old stuff. Or you just once you pack that garage up, you do it one side, and you know my mama gonna park here, my daddy he gonna park in the yard or whatever like this. So you can't never keep the the garage door blocked. 'Cause your mama gotta put in. That ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Especially like it's always more land as a house that's on the corner, but then you gonna want a house that's on the road where you can have privacy. If you got neighbors in the back, you know you put that privacy fence up. I don't advise nobody to move in no house they got no homeowners association because that's unnecessary. You just got. I don't need nobody to tell me I gotta cut my grass.
Can't park in
Tell
the
everybody that I can't park.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm down with the good grass. You know what I'm saying? I'm down with not parking on the street. But I don't need you to tell me.
Well, I got it.
If I own this and it's mine, I don't need you to tell me what I
Right.
need to do.
Right, and pay you.
Yeah, I need to just, you know what I'm saying, and do it. But if you got a house and you paying $1,000 for it on a mortgage, the best thing you can do is try to at least get $1,500.
Okay.
So that, you know what I'm saying, that's $500 that you can work with it and build towards but they really paying for the house for you.
Yeah.
As long as you keep them in there and keep them satisfied and the payment is consistent, then you good.
Okay.
You ain't gotta do nothing. But when they give you that money, pull out $1,000. Pull out $1,000, 5 to the side. Pull out $1,000, 5 to the side. Pull out $1,000, 5 to the side. You know what I'm saying? And if they leave and whatever you do something else to the house, you like, well, I'm gonna have to list this for 16.
Go up
You know
and
what
go
I'm
some more.
saying? Because you want to make a profit and you want to get some of your money back. You don't want it to be a dead end
Yeah.
or a money pit.
Yep.
It's something that you keep putting money in, you ain't getting
Never
nothing
getting
out
nothing
of it but trouble. See, like I say, like shortcuts. People who, if you ain't got, you gotta have insurance. You gotta have homeowners insurance, and you gotta be able to keep your house, your maintenance on your house maintained. Most people who you see, they got that plastic up there on that roof because that roof leaking. You know what I'm saying? They be just waiting on a storm to come through. Something to come through. They got the insurance, but they don't want to make a claim because they don't want to pay that deductible.
Right.
You'll pay that deductible if a storm that came through because the insurance company is kicking out most of the money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gotta get this house taken care of. I gotta do this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, the insurance got it. You know what I'm saying? You go through them. Who you gonna get? You gonna get them? Okay, I'm gonna look into them and see how the good they is. They look into them and you like, yeah, all right, I get them. Well, you know, you still got this $500 deductible. Either it's $250, $500, or $1,000. I done seen some people got the lower the payment, the more the deductible.
More than the yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Most people always go through that. I always do the $250. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about paying more. But I don't want to give you when that come that deductible.
Yeah.
I'm end up paying the deductible out of the money whatever I get from y'all. So it ain't gonna cost me nothing either way.
Yeah.
What other businesses you got besides houses?
Cars. I buy cars from the auction. And I flip them. I buy heavy equipment. Anything that I could buy that's gonna make some money. But I just gotta be consistent and have a person who gonna buy the stuff. Like I bought I said that I wanted my dream truck. I wanted this Denali.
Yeah, tell him
Damn,
now.
I gotta get this. I want it. I'm gonna just wait. I don't want to go to the lot and pay for it, and I don't want to pay no payment. So I'm gonna wait till I get it. I bid on it, and I got it. I say, yeah, boy, I got it. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to go down here and get it. We went down there and got it. I looked at it, got my man to detail it up. But then I called my homeboy because he said he want one. And I was like, hey, man, you say you wanted a Denali? He said, yeah, boy, I want one. Shoot, boy, I got my 62. That's all I'm going to pay. I ain't paying no more, no less. 62,000.
How much you pay for it?
40. Well, $39.95. That's with the taxes and everything. Okay, cool. So I say, what color you want it? He say, I don't care what color it is as long as I get it, but if it's that black. I said, oh, okay. I said, I'm looking into some things, you know what I'm saying? I'll let you know. If somebody interested in something, then they gonna call you. You ain't gotta call them back.
Right.
And he called me. He said, man, L, you found something? Yeah. I said, man, I found something, but it might not be what you were looking for. But it was fully loaded because I wanted it for myself. I got it. So I had a talk with my old lady, like, hey, listen, get this truck. This man want to give me 62 for it. Man, that's an extra $22,000. Just also for, you know what I'm saying, for making this happen. But that's what you said you wanted. I say, hey.
You know.
I say, they making $1 million on my dream car. I say, but it's 22,000 ain't gonna be on the table. You know what I'm saying? I say, this an iron that I can pull out the fire because it's already hot. She say,
burn.
Well, baby, go on and do what you gonna do. Okay, cool. So I told him, I say, man, meet me at my uncle's shop. You know what I'm saying? I got something you can check out. All right. So I'm at work. I told my uncle he was coming by there. Now my buddy already done cleaned it up. Now I don't gotta pay taxes on it again because if he get it, then he take care of that. I already done paid it from the auction, they fees and they taxes, but I ain't gotta pay it again to register it here and all that. So he was like, yeah, boy, I want that. I gotta have that. Boy, I love it. I gotta have it. I say, man, I don't know if I let that thing go, man.
Yeah.
He said, my man, don't play with me like that. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
Yeah.
That's everything I want. I ain't know this man that took his whole family out there. He came back out there. So I went in, I gave my uncle, I say, I need to go, I gotta register it. You know what I'm saying? Go get the title. The title for it. No, I don't need no tags. All I need is the title. Change over. So I was like, I want to change over the title. So it was like, okay. So I paid to get the title, and I still had to pay the tax because I was just gonna give it to him how the insurance people, you know, how the auction gave it to me, and let him do all that. But I was like, well, let me go ahead and get that straight. So I did that, and he went and got it. I'm in Georgia. I get the call, but that boy that came and got that thing, he gone. I said, what? Yeah. I'm surprised. He said, man, why you acting like you surprised, like you didn't know this was gonna happen? So I said, I'll call my old lady to come pick that up for me. He said, all right, I'll be here. So I told her, pick it up. She called me. Yeah, I went on the break and picked that up from home. You know what I'm saying? I said, yeah, all right. Well, I get with you when I get off.
Quick 22. Hey, Mike, tell them about the, cause see, I love the way this man do business, man. Cause like you said, he never buys anything unless he already know he got somebody interested into it. Okay, so he gave me two good ones. You could pick whatever one. You told me about the backhoe, and you also told me about the I might get this wrong, but it was a certain car that your
Camaro.
Okay,
backhoe.
A backhoe is a piece of heavy equipment with the trailer. So tell them about one of them how you did that.
So,
how you did that deal.
So
let's check this out story out, y'all.
We with my homeboy, he told me, he said, hey man, I got a backhoe for sale. I say, man, I don't want no backhoe, man. He say, boy, I'm telling you now, you know, you ain't got to worry about getting nobody to do that extra work for you. You know what I'm saying? You know how to work this equipment and stuff yourself. So I was like, yeah, but what I'm going to keep a backhoe for? And the backhoe ain't going to do me no good if I ain't got no trailer. You going to get the trailer with it. I'll let you get the trailer. I got brand new tires on there. I said, okay. So I go over there. I look at it. I get on it. I put it back. I said, yeah, okay. So he was like, man, this is what I want for it right here. I said, all right, let me see. So I called Larry. I said, Larry, ain't you still looking for a backhoe?
I'm trying to tell you, the genius of it all is retarded.
You got to get some gas.
I'm just, boy, listen, boy, the man a hustle, boy.
He said, yeah, I'm looking for a backhoe, but I ain't looking for no piece of shit. I said, oh, no. I said, this right. So you gonna tell me, just a backhoe, man, how I'm gonna move that backhoe around? Oh. Well, you might get a trailer with it, too. I said, okay. I'm gonna look at it. So I tell the dude, I'm gonna get that backhoe for me. I'm gonna get it. He said, all right, man, you gonna get it? I said, yeah, I'm gonna get it. Don't worry about it. If I say I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. So he say, well, go ahead and take it with you. I say, I don't wanna hook that up to my truck. You know what I'm saying? I get somebody to, you know what I'm saying? I come get it and get that. So I get the backhoe. My man come look at it. He told me, yeah, I want it. I want it. I want it. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. I want it. So I say, man, this is what it's going to be. Oh, man, come on now. Come on. I said, what you mean? Man, you getting a backhoe and a trailer with it. People don't be selling these together.
Right.
And then you getting the paperwork to it. It ain't like it's hot. Because I'm not going to buy nothing hot to sell it to you. Because if they come down on you, you going to send them to me.
Yeah, for sure.
So he say, man. I say, what you going to do? He said, yeah, I'm going to get that thing. So I say, man, the best deal I can cut you, man, is like 75,000, 80,000. You see this thing listed. You know what I'm saying? The backhoe by itself lists for 150,000. We ain't even talking about the trailer. And I'm gonna give you the trailer too. Guess what my man want for it?
50. 30.
You see?
And you sold your boy for 80?
Yeah.
Boy, you done came up off 50.
He ain't doing dirty thing. He can connect the dots.
And I told him
He ain't buy nothing.
I told him I don't want no cashier check, I want cash. He said, that's what I deal in. I said, okay. He give me the cash. All I do is I count the 50 off. Put that to the side.
Take the 30 gives.
I take that and count it and give it to him. Dap him up. Boy, you got anything else that I might need, let me know, man. I might get it off you. I might get it off you. I don't know. I said, boy, you just hurt me. That a little bit.
He didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
Took the money and gave it and got what he got. Smart.
No money involved.
None.
All I did was connect the dots.
Right.
If I would have introduced him to him,
That's
You
it.
would have got
I wouldn't have had nothing.
Right.
Right.
Because he was like, man, that's good looking out.
Right.
Good looking out, I don't put no money in my pocket.
Yeah.
Facts.
And I always say, man, good looking out ain't feeding you. They ain't giving me no turds.
Yeah.
I ain't putting no turd out of good looking out.
Right.
So, man had a Camaro.
This the one with the different colors, right? You already had different colors,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
He already got the Camaro, and I was like, damn, man, I want to get this. I want to get a Camaro. This is a 68 Camaro.
Yeah,
I'm
this
gonna
it.
get
This
I'm gonna
it.
Get this. What you want for it? He want this. Oh, no. I can't afford that, man. I can't afford that. So, but I already knew somebody who got some money who was looking for one. Yeah, he gonna want this one. I know he gonna want this one. I just gotta figure out how much he willing to pay for it. So I told him, I said, man, dude got a Camaro, man, but that thing clean. So for some reason in his mind, he just figured that a black man ain't gonna have no good Camaro.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a white man selling it,
It's
that
good.
Camaro gonna be good. And guess what?
Mm-hmm.
It was a white man. So while he thinking that, let me go ahead and put a little extra tax on there for you being dumb. Thinking dumb. At the end of the day, if you don't buy it, I don't care because I ain't buying it. I don't gotta buy it. So I tell the man, hey, how much that is? He tell me what he want for it. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna try to Jew you down because I don't want nobody Jewing me down. So I told him, boy, when you see this one, you gonna fall in love with it. He give me the car. Let me drive it. I drove it. I meet the dude. When I pull up at the gas station in it. He done lost his mind. Oh my gosh! Oh!
Yeah.
Where you get this from? Man, you know I keep a little something tough back. You know what I'm saying? I can't pull out everything for y'all. Keep a little something tucked back. I'm telling you. He talking about, man, I gotta have this. I said, man, listen, you can get it, but this number matching. The best I can do is 72. I say, man, no, man. Hey, I say, what, man? That's $100,000 car. Better look this up. All you gotta do, go to Barry Jackson, look it up. Look what these cars going for. Look. He say, man, I want it. So I said, hey, you want it, but I got it. You don't want it. Because if it's something I want, I'm going to get it. I ain't doing no negotiating. I ain't doing no talking. I ain't trying to drew nobody down. I'm going to get it. So he say, man, I got my trail and all that. Man, I want to take it with me. I say, well, you can take it with you. I say, all I got to do is just, you know what I'm saying, I bring you the title. He said, man, I need the title. I need it. I ain't buying that, ain't got no title. I said, okay, you ain't no thing. I get the title from the dude, go right back to him. He sit there, he put it on at the gas station. I sit in the truck and count out all this money.
How much first dude wanted for? The original guy.
He wanted 40 for it.
Sold to him for 72.
Yeah,
All he did was test drive it from this guy's house.
That's what I was going-
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you that, how you get but you didn't pay the guy, and the guy was.
He let him test drive it.
Yeah, I know, but the guy gave him the title too
No, I went back and got the title.
from the guy.
Yeah.
Without paying him yet.
Yeah. I said, man, I'm gonna get this. You got the title? The man know I already, you know what I'm saying, I'm working with some things, so he know I ain't doing anything crooked towards him.
Right.
I ain't gonna just take his car and
Right.
go. So he's like, yeah, I got the title. Here you go. He said, it's already signed. All you gotta do, I know how to fill out the title. I don't need to put nothing here because it ain't going in my name where I gotta invest more money in it to get it registered and get the title. This man right here ain't got nothing wrote on this title. This is a blank title, and all he already signed it. All I gotta do is just take it to
part to fill it
him
out.
and give it to him. So I give it to him. He count the money. I took the other one to call. Hey, he say, man, you need a ride from here? I got $72,000.
You know, right?
I don't need no ride. I can get somebody to come get me from Mars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he leave. I call me a ride. But I need a ride. Come get me. I'm right here. What you doing all the way over there? I got gas money.
Right, for sure. I got gas money. What's
You know
up?
what I'm saying? I'm just gonna fill your tank up. I'm on the way. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm gonna give you some gas money. I'm gonna fill your tank up.
For sure, for sure.
So they come and get me. I come back to do like this. All I do is pull the bag out.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Give him a quick 40.
He sit there. Where the car at? Oh, I got it. I said, I'm get it detailed and clean. Oh, I know I got it. Don't worry about it. I got to take it.
Right.
He count the money up. I get mine.
Case
I say,
closed.
well, man, I'm gonna go ahead and roll, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, you take care of her. You make sure you take care of her. You know, I wanna take care of her. I say, yeah.
I'm gonna take care
Be
of her.
taking care of her.
It's done now.
Take care of her. all
And
right.
I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I doubt if you ever gonna see me again. So I go. And all I do is put that to the side. Build that and turn that into something.
Hey, you made 30 off that
Down
one.
two of that one.
The other one.
Another, yeah.
Where's the backhoe though? Where's the backhoe?
A backhoe is a heavy machinery. It got a bucket on the back and it got a scoop
In the front. Like, yeah.
Okay.
You just see them. I point them out next time.
Yeah. It got
Small
big
little
wheels in the
tractor.
back and the small wheels in the front.
So you started off flipping cars first, then got into heavy equipment?
Well, I try to get into everything that I'm gonna make some money out of.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
just flipping crap.
That's legal.
Right.
Hey man, we coming into the end of the segment anyway. But look at if you want to get into this, like if you don't mind, like how did you? What made you first think about getting into the land? Because through our conversations at work, you know, you said you bought the land that you bought your house that you currently living in. Why with the lot down the way too? You know what I'm saying?
My uncle, they are always been told by different people that got way more than me. You're never gonna see a man complaining about what you got if he got more than you. It's always somebody complaining about what you got when they got nowhere near what you got. You know what I'm saying? You let them see snippets, but when you consistent, I had a dude that was hating in my face and he didn't even know he was hating. You know what I'm saying? This man said, "L, boy, what's up?" I said, "Man, ain't that." He said, "Man, you still driving them trucks for the estate?" I said, "No, man, Ben gave that up, retired, man." "What? Boy, you look good." "Yeah." He talking about, "Boy, you ain't gonna, boy, when you gonna lose? You ain't gonna never fall off. When you gonna fall
Oh
off?"
man, yeah. Hey.
I'm gonna fall off.
That's crazy. I told him,
It's crazy.
I said, "When I'm gonna fall off?"
Get out my yard, man.
That's crazy. And I told him, I say, "I'm gonna fall off when you fall on.
I know that's right. Yeah.
The day you fall on is the day I'm gonna fall off. But guess what? You ain't gonna never be on. If I see you 10 years from now, you're gonna be looking worse than what you looking at." I say, "But you know, take it easy." "Man, I ain't mean it like that." "Yeah, but I meant it like that."
I know, right?
So, property wise,
The land.
they was just telling me, you gotta buy land. You can't just, you know, you can get a house, you can do this, you do this. But you get that land because people gonna want that land. Because I was always told that they ain't building no new land, but they building new houses. They building new churches, new car lots, new everything. But they ain't building no new land. Well, all the land that's here is the land that's here. So I started buying land. So I got like land throughout. I don't got nothing in Lexington County because I ain't from Lexington County. I don't live in Lexington County, so I don't invest in Lexington County.
Okay.
I tend to invest in where I'm from.
Okay.
I'm from Richland County, so I buy Richland County. I invest in Richland County.
Okay.
I buy nothing in Lexington because you know we was always taught when we was young, don't cross that bridge, don't go across that water. Lexington County is a different monster.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You don't get no second chance over there. You going to jail. You know. So, and then I just took it upon myself to just start buying land, and I bought land. So I got altogether probably about 25 acres of land, but I got 10 acres of land that I bought. And I bought this land in 2009. So I'm in the process of I'm finna sell this land. But
Y'all
the
pay
guy,
attention, man. Pay
the guy
attention.
approached me on buying this land. So I give his card to the lawyer. He told me I just wanna get this land. First of all, this land gotta bring me some revenue. I gotta let this land pay off too. Because if I keep paying on this land every year and I ain't getting nothing out of it, then I'm losing. It's like I'm throwing away money. So these hunters approach me and say that they like to hunt on the land. What y'all trying to hunt? Coon, deer, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Y'all ain't trying to mess up nothing. No, we just want to put a couple deer stands here and there. Now this all wooded, untouched, unprocessed. Okay, cool. I need $2,000 a year from all 10 of y'all a piece.
Tell them how much you bought the land for 2009. If you don't mind, you can't. That's
I bought
fine.
the land for $70,000.
Okay.
So I told him I need this. Now I had this land ever since 2009. So when I'm getting ready, I get the lawyer to talk to the people and find out who this man is. I find out this man. I ain't gonna say the company that he worked for.
Okay.
But he worked for a
Housing development.
multi-million-dollar housing developer in the Columbia, Lexington area, in abroad. So I'm like, oh, he was trying to get me. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, man, what you want to do for it? I said, the man offered me $400 for 10 acres. When I bought the land, I was trying to hold out for a Walmart because I figured that Walmart was gonna come in and try to build something right there. You know what I'm saying? I got what you need. And you gotta know, Walmart is the world's largest leading retailer.
For sure.
So I already know I can't even sink my teeth in them hard enough to even cause a dent on them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not when you a $265 billion conglomerate.
Right.
Ain't nothing I can offer. Ask.
That you can't
You know what I'm
get.
saying? That you can't give me. So I said, all right, let me think about it. Let me think about it. You know what I'm saying? The man said, well, I want to send my people up with drones. I say, oh, I already got some people that I can get them. So I was like, man, I need y'all to mark off these 10 square acres that I got. And I was like, man, here come a copy of the paperwork. This how the land is and all that. So he flew a drone up. I got a drone and flew it up.
His drone's cool too, bro.
I know drone.
He got some cool drones.
So when I flew mine up with him, he said, well, let me do a area view, a satellite view. You know what I'm saying? And do that. So they did a satellite view, squared off, put in all the coordinates. Everything came up. He seen a church that's way over on the street that I ain't never been on. Cause like I say, all I did was got soil samples of the land before I bought it. So the people who I bought the land from, they sold it to the church. They sold them 200 square feet going this way, 400 square feet going back, 200 coming back like this. Okay, now this is what you got. The church took it upon themselves to start building.
On your land.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They done built 2 bathrooms. They done built the gazebo. They got a house that they built. Half of the house is on my land. Okay, they did a parking lot where they done took 400 square feet and built a parking lot. I'm talking about.
On your land.
Yeah. It ain't gravel. Blacktop. Hard.
Without asking you.
With lines. No. I ain't asked me. I ain't say nothing.
Oh man.
So when they told me, hey, look, you got this land right here, but you know, if your land come our way out with here, you got the church right here. What's going on? Now we got to look into the church, see what they got. Did you give the church permission? Did you did an injunction on some land? No, I ain't did nothing. I know I paid for 10 square acres. He said, well, the church then took a half an acre. Took.
That's what I was saying.
You know, where I come from, man, you don't take nothing from me. Because I ain't going to take nothing from you. If you going to take it, I better not know about it. So, I go around there to look at it. So I told them, go mark it off. They mark it off. He told the pastor, see him, hey, what y'all doing? Putting those stakes in the ground and do this. Now they already done got a other little part marked off where they finna break ground on a children's center. You know what I'm saying? And he sitting there like, yeah, the landowner. He paid us, and you know what I'm saying, we marking off the property and everything. So they marking off the property. He talked to the pastor. The pastor was getting slick at the mouth with him. So he do like this, you know. He said I'll talk to the landowner and send him around, let him come around here and talk to you. So the man made sure I had all the paperwork way, you know what I'm saying? Cause before they even do some work, they gotta know that you own this. This is yours. How long you been owning it? How much it is, and how long? Okay, cool. They go over there, and I went round there. I talked to the man. The man was talking to me like he was looking down on me. You know, so he was like, well, I don't know what you're talking about, young man, and this and that and that. He was just looking like, well, it's you know, the church, we got this. We got this. So I was like, okay, I understand that. I said, oh, first of all, you ain't got to put God in this. We're going to take out God and we're going to take the church out. That's about business. It's me talking to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we talking, but the whole time I'm talking, he going in his vest. He keep pulling out this gold watch and flipping it open, looking at it, closing it back, sticking it back in there. And he sit there and he talked to me, but he wasn't giving me eye contact. He was looking all over the place, but he kept going in his watch. So I was like, I said, on that note right there, I ain't even got nothing else to say. I said, but I'll be back. So I went home hot, telling my old lady what's going on. She found out it's a church. Baby, it's a church. You know, maybe they got squatters right, and maybe, you know what I'm saying, the church can be its historical ground. This church was built in 1987. Ain't nothing historical about 1987.
No.
It ain't like it was built in 1887. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So she was like, I want to go with you and come. I said, you know what? I'm going to do you even a better solid. I'll take you with me. I'll let you talk. I'll sit there. If I feel that the conversation is going a different way that I don't like, then I'm going to step in and say something. So, went in there. He got two more other dudes back in. You know what I'm saying? When I pull up out there, I see the pastor got a Mercedes. I see another Mercedes, and I see a BMW. Well, these big boy Mercedes and this big boy BMW. Oh yeah, nice cars. They got some. Man, they got a little something sprinkled around here. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing I say, you can't be doing all this sprinkling and ain't sprinkling that my way.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? I say, boy, look here. When you don't go looking for something, it's gonna come right to you. You know what I'm saying? I say that's the thing about not chasing money and you let the money chase you. So we go, she talking. The man come back and say, hey, let us talk. They walked out of the office and I was like looking at her. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I said, all right, come back. They want to offer me $250,000 to buy the remaining amount of land. I said, hold up, $250,000. I never said anything about it. I wanted to say, well, we got lawyers too, and we looked into it, and you paid $70,000 for this back in 2009. It don't matter what I paid for it. So that means to tell me that you can just build on my land. So not asking me, you feel like since you a church, you can do what you want to do? And he say, well, we are the church, and it is, a church is a historical ground, and we are a foundation. We have over 400 members. And so when he said that, I said, cool. I said, baby, you ready? And roll. And I told him, I said, I came to you not once, but twice. I was humble both times I came to you. And you looking down on me. You acting like, you're not acknowledging and understanding what I'm telling you. And I done gave you paperwork the first time that show and states everything that I'm saying, that you illegally built on my land without compensating me, without talking to me. I don't talk no more. We ain't got nothing else to talk about. And I told him right there in his office in the church, I burned this bitch down.
Yeah.
And I told him, I say, I'm gonna show you how I do it. And he said, the other guy, he stood up and he was about to say something. I seen that man do him like this. Like wave him away, nah, don't say nothing. Cool. So I sent him out there, put no trespassing private property signs up and mark it off. Whatever mine, they going to Bible study Wednesday. It started at 7 o'clock, but I was out there at 6:45.
You like something like this?
Sitting in my truck like this. The people start rolling in, but they can't go nowhere. They can't get in there. I got 4 men. The pastor came out, but when I'm outside, when he came out, I looked at him. What's going on? I turned my back to him and got in the truck and shut the door. Me and you ain't got no more conversation together. So it's 6 deacons in that church, but it was only 4 that was there.
Yeah.
The man, hey, I own a construction company for 40 years, and I'm very established in Lexington, Kershaw, Richland County, and all this. And I said, man, I don't care about none of that. So he was like, well, I'm this and that, and the other ones, they talking. So I'm saying, okay, for you to be a deacon of the church, you gotta have something. They ain't looking at the knowledge of the Bible that you got. They looking at how deep your pockets is and how you can benefit us as a whole. Where, you can make life for us more better. So they was talking, I told them, man, I don't want to talk no more. I said, I'm gonna show you how I'm real about this. So these people got the street line up down the street, but they can't pull in here. So I called my homeboy. I told him, you stay out of the way. You stay around the corner till I call you. I called him and I told him, hey, you want to get that money? He said, what? I said, boy, them people gonna come out there and park, and you can tow their cars at the owner's expense. He say, I need $300 for every car I tow. In my tow truck, I can take 3 cars. So I told him, I say, boy, you about to fat rat it. He come there, I call him, he come from around the corner. Him and one of his workers, they got the tow trucks. So I told them, Dinks, I said, man, y'all park over here, man, it's gonna be trouble. The cars will get towed. This is private property. I don't want y'all own this property. It had been roped off, it had been taped off. You can't be on here. So the pastor called a lawyer and told the lawyer, we can take it up to 285. No, we ain't taking up nothing because we ain't selling nothing. I ain't taking no shorts. Cause you put me in this situation where I gotta pay money to defend myself for your stuff. Now I'm finna sue you for I'm gonna sue you for lawyer fees. I'm gonna sue you for pain and suffering because you taking me through something. You know what I'm saying? That I ain't got no business going through.
Yeah.
So I said that gazebo down there, I told the Dinkin, that gazebo down there, that's on my land, that's mine. This whole parking lot right here that y'all paved is mine. I say that house back there, that's mine. So they want to give me the house as payment, but I gotta pay them, I gotta pay to get the house moved. Man. I say, I don't want that house. Why should I take the house as payment and half of it is mine anyway?
That would make Makes sense. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That septic tank that y'all built back there, that's on my land. That's mine. 2 bathrooms in that hallway. That's mine. And wherever and the stuff that y'all got coned off and marked off right here,
Right.
that's mine.
So, not to cut you off. So the guy who say he been doing this for 40 years, neither one of them had enough sense to do their due diligence to see.
I think, this is me assuming. I think the pastor had the church thinking that they had all that land, and they can just, build. This land is ours. You know what I'm saying? We can build. But I think that he was using companies within because all the permits that we had to pull to see what they got, they said that they had to put a French drain in the back of the church. They had a permit for a French drain. I don't see no permit for no adding 2 bathrooms, a hallway, putting a septic tank back there. I don't see that. A gazebo, you don't really need no permit. You just it's gotta be built structurally, as far as like where the concrete at and all that. You know what I'm saying? That house, you added on to this house, and this house was, I guess, you know what I'm saying, like if the pastor got something going on, he got somewhere he can stay at and live at. They added on to the house. See, if this is the original house and it stopped right here. You take it back to here. But this is my land right here. My land start right here. But you go all the way and move back here.
Everything we got on the land.
Yeah.
Everything on that land.
So you haven't got your money from?
Oh, this right here just started popping off.
Okay.
Just reason.
Yeah, I'm about to burn. I'm listen. If y'all need a church, you know what I'm saying? Let me know.
Yeah.
I might know somebody.
Yeah.
I might know somebody. We'll talk to y'all over this. We coming up on, man, the last couple of bits. I got 2 questions for you that you was talking about here. Well, one thing I want you to clear up, because they don't know, because you got 10 acres for $70K. How much the property tax on that?
$3,200.
$3,200 you can pay every year. But remember now, he already said he getting $2K for every 100 that's out there.
Yeah.
So the 100's already paying his property tax. I'm just dropping the nuggets out there for sure. But it's for for the truth seekers out there that's paying. If y'all wasn't paying attention, this is how the mind of a master think. He getting them to pay. He getting them to pay his property tax. So and the rest of that he pocketed. So that's a lot of profit off just buying some land, just owning some land and holding on to it. And like you said, he about to get somebody for something, y'all. So hey, this land bringing a lot more income in for him. Now you said something about you wanted to take soil samples, just for me because I'm not sure. Maybe out there truth seeker word too.
You got to take soil samples on the land and make sure the land is not contaminated or it's not wasteland.
Okay, so that's all you're looking for.
Wasteland is something that you can't build on.
Okay.
See if they ever had like back in the day, if that was if it was swampland, that's wasteland. If it was land that, you know how they had landfills?
Yeah.
Or where they got landfills and then they done buried
all the
as
stuff
much and smoothed it over and it had been years and years and years. But then they took the landfill to another location.
Got you.
You test that soil, you can say, oh yeah. Oh, this good soil right here. No, this land ain't nothing ever been here.
Right.
Because you can have marsh land that you can't do nothing with. But somebody own it. And how they get it off of it, it ain't written in the land index. Like, hey,
Paperwork?
Yeah, this and this what this is.
So they hide it.
They hide it.
Got you.
Then you end up buying something that you
Can't do a darn thing. And you gotta keep paying the property tax.
So I always get that soil sample.
Get that soy sample. Bad. Y'all got anything else for him?
Man, I'm learning. I mean, I learned a lot.
I was trying to tell you.
I mean, I didn't know half the stuff you done told me. It's like, man, I heard, but it's like you went more into detail with it. And it's like, man, it's too much money out here not to be making no money.
Yeah,
It's too much money out here.
It ain't. I always tell people, if you got your legal mind, you in your right mind, sound body, you can walk, you can talk with no assistance. Ain't no way that you shouldn't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? The most start of something is just putting up the capital. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? For what I did, I'm 49 years old. You know what I'm saying? I just keep moving, keep grooving, keep making it happen. But my grind and my hustle comes from that I trick my mind every day that I don't got nothing.
That boy stay hungry.
If your immune system knew that you had eyes and that you can see, your immune system will attack your eyeballs until you was blind and that you couldn't see. Your brain is tricking your immune system that you can't see.
I'm about to look into that, boy.
I didn't know that, bro.
Wow.
Dang.
So I just tell myself, I ain't got nothing. If I got it all, I ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? And you always put back way more than you spend. You know what I'm saying? Some people who live for the Joneses, a person who lives for the Joneses is always gonna be piss poor. Cause it starts in your mind, and you gotta manifest it into something.
Yeah.
You think it, you see it in your mind, and you make it happen. Everything ain't gonna be overnight. You know what I'm saying? Net with me wasn't really overnight. It's just a niche that I dug myself into, where certain things come. Or I keep my ear to it. If I hear you saying you want something and I know you got the money and you will get it, okay.
That's
It
what
come across my radar.
That's when you do that
I'm gonna see how bad
You want
see how bad you really want it. And people who don't got money, they'll go broke just to prove a point to me that they got money and they bought it from me. Yeah, I bought this from him. Yeah, I got this from him. But then you stuck with it and you see them, they got it for sale and they selling it for $10,000-$15,000 less than what they bought it for.
They lose.
Lost
You know
money.
what I'm saying? You lose it.
Dang, boy.
And I always figure that if I ever break even on something, then I ain't lost nothing. It ain't cost me nothing. I ain't gained nothing, and I ain't lost nothing. You know what I'm saying? But if I double or triple off of it,
You won.
okay, I done won.
You won. Big time.
I want to always come back with something. And it goes to the way you think. You come home with a lot, or you come home with a little bit. I'm always thinking big. I do more thinking than I do anything.
Sure.
And then I just apply that. I just apply my way of thinking to whatever I need and whatever I don't got. See, I ain't never care about what nobody thought. I ain't even care about what nobody say. Either you ain't saying it to me. You can say it to whoever you want to say it to. What you think ain't feeding me. You know what I'm saying? What you eat don't make me shit.
I know that's right. Come on, man.
Yeah. And I'm gonna keep applying pressure. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's somebody out there that wanna do something,
Right.
I'm gonna be that one that's out here trying to make it happen. You want your dreams? If I can make your dreams happen, I'm gonna make it happen.
Right.
If I can't, then hey, oh well, it's
So
always
be
the
it,
next
yeah.
man.
I like that car trick.
Man, yeah,
I
man.
like that.
That boy be hooked. Hey, listen, that's the hustle. That's the hustle. Okay. Hey, Truth Seekers, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast today, man, with our guest, Mr. LRoc, man. You listen, I hope y'all had y'all notepad out taking some of these notes, because if not, boy, I don't know what you here for. Because he dropped some good hustle gems on property taxes, getting houses that way, on flipping cars, going to the auction, on buying some land because you can't get more land on the nuggets, as mama told him, about being a Sam. Truth seekers, we don't want nobody being a Sam following us. You know what I'm saying? You don't follow us to become a Sam. And y'all know what he said about being a Sam. You know what I'm saying? We don't want no sorry men in our group. You know, sorry women either, man. Look, we want y'all at y'all A1, at y'all best. Raw truth, life choices. It's your boy Troy.
It's your boy Stevie J.
And West.
I guess.
LRoc.
Listen,
And I'm gonna leave you with this. Be good, and if you can't be good, then be good at it.
Bet. Hey, we out.
Hey, that was good, right?